What's going on, guys? Tom Costanza here, back with another YouTube video, posting videos every single Sunday morning. Today, we are going to be making pizza dough that is, one, better for your stomach and easier to digest, and second, the easiest way to make pizza dough ever. Let's get right into the video. Okay guys, we're just going to get right into it. I'm going to do a little bit of a voiceover for you. Right now we are going to be making our Poolish for the pizza dough. Poolish is a pre-fermented dough that allows it to be digested in your stomach a lot easier. So we're just getting going with this. We're going to start off with 300 milliliters of regular room temperature water that I just got from the tap. And then we're going to add about 5 grams of honey to the water just so that the yeast has something to eat on. So once we have our honey in, we're just going to dilute it the best that we can with a fork. I didn't dilute it all the way just because I would have sat there all day if I did dilute it. And then I like using the rapid rise yeast. It just raises the dough a lot quicker. So we're just going to mix that in. Some people like waiting 10 minutes just for the yeast to actually activate, but I know that the yeast is going to work, so I just get right into it. Then we're going to add equal parts of flour to water. So this is 300 grams of all-purpose flour that we're just going to add to our water and sugar mixture. And then hands clean, we're just going to mix everything up with a fork. Most important part here is that you don't have any dry flour showing. You want every piece of the dough and the water to be completely mixed in with any flour. Mix that in for literally about 2 minutes or so. Scrape off your fork nice and clean, and then all I do is just cover it up with some cling wrap and throw it in the fridge literally overnight. So there I am in my pajamas. It's literally nighttime, just putting it in the fridge, and then we're going to check back in the following morning. Night night I go. Okay, and after a nice morning's rest, we are right back into making some more pizza dough. So we have our Poolish here. It's raised up completely full of air, and we're just going to be adding 200 milliliters of water to the Poolish. Just unstick everything from the sides, mix it up, mix up the water in with the Poolish. The water will turn like a milky color. And the next thing that I like to do is add my olive oil. So I'll be adding about 12 grams or 12 milliliters of extra virgin olive oil, and then we're going to mix that in to combine. After our olive oil is our all-purpose flour. Here we're going to be adding 475 grams of all-purpose flour, and then we're going to finish it off with just some regular sea salt, about 12 grams here. Now we are done with our scale. We're going to mix everything up with a fork. Typically just takes me a few minutes just to mix everything in with the fork. I just want to combine all of the flour with the water best that I can. Once everything's mostly combined, I'm just going to scrape our edges, and then we are ready to dump out on our table. And once our bowl is completely empty and our fork is scraped off, we can start using our hands. Now this is time to start kneading. We're just going to get our hands nice and dirty and start kneading. What most people would do in this case, once their hands get extremely dirty, is add flour. Adding flour is the last thing that you want to do, as it changes the hydration of the pizza dough. And if you want a nice airy crust, adding flour is going to eliminate that. I probably ended up kneading this for a good 5 to 8 minutes or so until the dough started to become nice and together and the outside of the dough actually became smooth. So as you can see, my work surface is completely clean now. My hands are a lot cleaner than they were, but we're towards the end of the kneading process, and look how smooth that dough is. Once we have our dough into a nice ball, we're just going to add some extra virgin olive oil to our hands. Rub that in and then just tap it all over the dough. And then we're going to add some cling wrap to the dough, let it sit for about 15 minutes. That's going to let all of the gluten relax. And then you're going to come back to the dough once it's nice and relaxed, and you're just going to tighten up the ball again. So with this method, all I'm doing is just scraping my pinkies against the table and pulling it towards me. And that's going to tighten up the top of the dough to where it becomes nice and smooth. And then once we tightened up the top of our dough, we're going to oil it up again, cover it with saran wrap, and let it sit for 1 hour. And then I didn't show it in this video, but once the hour is up, your dough is going to be fully risen, and this recipe makes 6 pizza doughs. So you're going to chop it up into 6 pizza dough balls, ball them up, and then you have your pizza dough.
All right, guys, and there you have it. We have our pizza dough. Thank you guys so much for watching this video and watching it all the way through. Please let me know if you guys like this pizza dough video better than the last pizza dough video, and if this one is a lot easier to make. This is my preferred method to make the pizza dough. But again, let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below. Like the video, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next Sunday, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Peace.